Greetings, petrolheads. We hope you're revved up and ready for another thrilling season of Formula One action. Before we dive into the 1954 Argentinian Grand Prix, we want to address some technical difficulties. Unfortunately, we're unable to bring you the Formula One season reviews for 1952 and 1953. The reason behind this is quite simple. There are no mods available for Assetto Corsa, apart from the F2 Ferrari 500, which limits our ability to recreate those seasons accurately. We're committed to bringing you the complete Formula One experience, and we'll start working on those seasons as soon as any other car mods become available. Stay tuned as we continue to strive for excellence in delivering the best motorsport content. As we eagerly anticipate the unfolding drama of the 1954 Argentinian Grand Prix, let's take a moment to reflect on the excitement of the previous two seasons. As the season unfolded, Alfa Romeo's championship-winning model, the 159M, showcased its dominance on the track. Recognizing that their champion model had reached its peak of development, they understood the need for innovation to stay competitive. In response, Alfa Romeo's visionary chief designer, Gioacchino Colombo, embarked on a bold endeavor to develop a successor, the 160. Yet, despite fervent efforts, the 160 never materialized into a competitive force within the Formula One arena. Ultimately, faced with the daunting prospect of navigating the intricate balance between innovation and fiscal responsibility, Alfa Romeo made the difficult decision to bid adieu to Formula One. Though their departure marked the end of an era, Alfa Romeo's legacy endured, leaving an indelible imprint on the sport's rich tapestry. The abrupt departure of Alfa Romeo from the Formula One scene sent shockwaves throughout the racing world, leaving the International Automobile Federation grappling with a challenging dilemma. With Alfa Romeo's exit, the championship landscape was suddenly dominated by just two teams, Ferrari and BRM. However, BRM's participation was shrouded in uncertainty due to persistent reliability issues plaguing their cars. This posed a significant threat to the integrity of the upcoming 1952 season, potentially reducing it to a one-team spectacle dominated by Ferrari. Recognizing the dire implications of such a scenario, both for race organizers and spectators alike, the CSI took unprecedented action. In a bold move to salvage the championship and preserve competition, the Federation opted to implement a groundbreaking solution, conducting races under the technical regulations of Formula 2 for 1952. This innovative decision allowed for broader participation by teams with 2-liter naturally aspirated engines, injecting new life and vigor into the championship. The 1952 World Championship unfolded amidst what many consider to be the most one-sided season in Formula One history. Ascari's relentless pursuit of victory left no room for competition, shattering any hopes of an intra-team battle within Ferrari. Ascari clinched his first championship title in a manner that bordered on the extraordinary. Securing 6 victories, 5 pole positions, and 2 Grand Slams, Ascari etched his name into the annals of Formula One history, with a feat that remains unmatched to this day, winning every race of the season in which he participated. In 1953, the dynamics of Formula One shifted dramatically with the entry of the Maserati team, fundamentally altering the competitive landscape. Participating in every Grand Prix of the season, Maserati emerged as a formidable challenger to Ferrari's dominance, injecting a new level of excitement into the championship. Equipped with potent 6-cylinder engines, Maserati cars boasted superior power compared to their Ferrari counterparts, particularly on high-speed circuits like those found in Belgium, France, and Italy. This newfound performance parity enabled the Modena-based team to go wheel-to-wheel with their rivals from Maranello, challenging Ferrari's supremacy on the track. Ultimately, Ferrari emerged victorious in all but the final race of the season. In 1953, Alberto Ascari once again emerged as the standout driver of the championship. Throughout the season, Ascari found himself grappling not only with his rivals, but also with the occasional mechanical gremlin plaguing his car. Despite these setbacks, Ascari's talent shone through, propelling him to victory in 5 out of the 8 Grand Prix, cementing his place in history as the first 2-time world champion of Formula One. In 1954, the Formula One World Championship returned to its roots, transitioning back to Formula One regulations after 2 years under Formula 2 technical specifications. The new regulations for the 1954 season saw the naturally aspirated engine size capped at 2.5 litres, while supercharged engines faced a strict limit of 750 cc. Notably, no constructor opted to pursue the development of a supercharged engine for the World Championship, signifying a definitive pivot towards naturally aspirated power plants. However, the anticipated spectacle was tempered by the absence of powerhouse manufacturers Daimler-Benz and Lancia, who were still in the midst of preparing their new entries. Nevertheless, anticipation ran high as teams and drivers geared up for the Argentine Grand Prix, eager to showcase their latest innovations and vie for victory on the track. As the anticipation reached its peak just moments before the start of the Grand Prix, nature intervened with a sudden change in weather. Dark clouds loomed overhead, casting a shadow over the track, and within moments, a deluge of rain began to pour down. The once dry and grippy surface of the circuit was quickly transformed into a treacherous maze of puddles and streams, shrouded in a veil of water. The unexpected downpour added an extra layer of complexity to the already challenging conditions. With the elements now playing a significant role in the outcome of the Grand Prix, drivers and teams would need to adapt quickly to the slippery track if they hoped to navigate their way to victory. The opening qualifying session of the season set the stage for a fierce battle for pole position between the powerhouses of Ferrari and Maserati. Leading the charge was Nino Farina, showcasing his skill behind the wheel as he secured pole position by the narrowest of margins, edging out his teammate Gonzalez by a mere 1/10 of a second. Meanwhile, the legendary Juan Manuel Fangio spearheaded the Maserati contingent, putting in a strong performance to claim third place, just 8/10 adrift of pole position. The Ferraris continued to assert their dominance, with Mike Hawthorn securing 4th place, closely followed by Maurice Trintignant in 5th, a mere 7/10 behind his teammate. However, not all Ferrari drivers enjoyed success, as Umberto Maioli struggled to find his rhythm, settling for an 11th place start. Local hopes were dashed when Carlos Menditegui encountered engine troubles, forcing him to withdraw from the Grand Prix despite a promising 9th place qualifying performance. Meanwhile, Gordini found themselves trailing behind their Italian counterparts, occupying the 14th, 15th and 16th positions on the grid. On the Sunday training session, Luigi Musso, a promising Italian driver, faced an unexpected setback when his car suffered a catastrophic engine failure. Despite showing promising form during qualifying, Musso was forced to retire from the Grand Prix prematurely. Drivers prepared to embark on a relentless test of skill, traversing a total race length of 340.3 kilometers over the course of 87 challenging laps on the rain-soaked track. As the race got underway amidst the pouring rain, Farina demonstrated his mastery of the treacherous conditions, surging ahead to claim an early lead. However, as the spray of water obscured vision and the roar of engines echoed through the air, Gonzalez struggled to find his footing, allowing both Fangio and Hawthorne to slip past him with swift maneuvers. Amidst the shifting tides of fortune in the previous season, Farina's resilience shone through, culminating in a spectacular finish with a victory at the German Grand Prix and strong second-place finishes in the final 2 races. These stellar performances propelled him to 3rd place in the overall standings. With the departure of the legendary Alberto Ascari, Farina found himself poised to step into the spotlight as the new leader of Ferrari, armed with the determination and skill to vie for the coveted championship crown once more. Rosier's Ferrari locks up its brakes, sending the car hurtling off the track. Miraculously, the Frenchman emerges unscathed from the ordeal, but the unfortunate incident brings his race to an abrupt and premature end. On lap 3, Trintignant executes a bold maneuver, seizing the opportunity to overtake Shell and secure the coveted 9th place. Gonzalez launches a daring offensive, seizing the opportunity to overtake his teammate Hawthorne and ascend to 3rd position on the track. Trintignant executes a skillful maneuver, overtaking Graffenried and advancing to 7th position. Gonzalez closes the gap on Fangio and engages in a brief but intense battle for position. With a display of skillful driving, he swiftly overtakes Fangio and secures himself in 2nd place, setting his sights on closing in on the leader, Farina, ahead. Trintignant launches his assault on Maserati, seeking to improve his position. With a decisive move, he overtakes the Argentine and advances to 6th place, steadily climbing up the ranks as the race progresses. Gonzalez's charge continues as he closes in on the leader. The Argentine attempts to overtake his teammate, but Farina proves to be a formidable opponent, vigorously defending his position on the track. The battle between the two Ferrari drivers intensifies as they vie for supremacy, each refusing to yield an inch to the other. In a bold move, Hawthorne overtakes Fangio and snatches the 3rd position. With this impressive maneuver, the British driver aims to challenge the frontrunners. After numerous attempts to pass his teammate, Gonzalez finally makes a decisive move and takes over the lead of the race. His persistence pays off as he maneuvers past Farina and assumes control at the front of the pack. Maurice Trintignant secures another position, this time overtaking Mieres and breaking into the points. The race order after 20 laps is Gonzalez, Farina, Hawthorne, Fangio, Trintignant, Mieres, and Marimon. José Froilán González continues to push the limits as he sets the pace with a blistering lap time of 1:48.2, marking the fastest lap of the race thus far. As the rain intensifies, Farina and Gonzalez decide to pit for wet tires, also fitting a waterproof visor on their helmets to enhance visibility in the challenging conditions. Mike Hawthorn seizes the opportunity to take the lead, but his moment at the front is short-lived as a mistake on the rain-soaked circuit sends his Ferrari spinning on lap 35. Seizing the advantage, Juan Manuel Fangio capitalizes on Hawthorn's error, swiftly maneuvering past to reclaim the lead position. The intense competition takes its toll on Roberto Mieres as his Maserati suffers an oil leak, forcing him to abandon the race and head into the pits. The disappointment is palpable as the Argentine driver's hopes of a strong finish are dashed by mechanical failure. As the clouds part and the sun breaks through, the drying track presents a new set of challenges and opportunities for the competitors. As the track gradually dries out, the Ferraris regain their competitive edge, with Gonzalez and Farina mounting a rapid charge to reel in Fangio. Gonzalez and Farina pass Hawthorne one by one and move up to 2nd and 3rd. On the 47th lap, Gonzalez executes a daring maneuver, surging past Fangio and reclaiming the lead. Unfortunately for Marimon, his Maserati encounters engine troubles, forcing the Argentine driver to retire from the race and relinquish his hard-earned 6th position. As the rain intensifies once more, the team swiftly makes the decision to bring Fangio into the pits. A closer observation reveals a breach in the regulations. Instead of the mandated 3 mechanics, an additional 2 are seen assisting with Fangio's tyre change. This discrepancy does not elude the watchful eye of Ferrari manager Nello Ugolini, who wastes no time in lodging a formal protest with the race organisers. Despite the looming controversy, the mechanics press on, swiftly fitting wet tyres onto Fangio's car. With the pit stop completed, Fangio rejoins the race, now in 4th position behind Hawthorne. Hawthorne's Ferrari struggles to maintain traction on the sodden track, leading to a heart-stopping moment as the Englishman loses control and careens off the circuit. With deft manoeuvring, Hawthorne narrowly avoids colliding with the trackside barriers. However, his fortunes take a turn for the worse when his stalled car refuses to restart, leaving him stranded on the edge of the track. In a display of solidarity and sportsmanship, the audience rushes to Hawthorne's aid, pushing his Ferrari back into action. Yet, the rules of the sport are clear, and Hawthorne is soon shown the black flag for receiving unauthorized assistance on the track. With no other option, Hawthorne obediently steers his car into the pits at the conclusion of the lap, bringing an unexpected end to his race and relinquishing his position to Fangio, who ascends to 3rd place amid the tumultuous conditions. As Gonzalez and Farina navigate a lap that's 10 seconds slower than their previous pace, Fangio seizes the opportunity presented by their temporary slowdown. On lap 58, Fangio catches up with Farina and easily passes him, moving to 2nd place. After a brief but intense struggle, Fangio executes a daring maneuver to overtake Gonzalez and reclaim the lead. Gonzalez in the pouring rain is also unable to control his Ferrari and spins around, losing half a minute and dropping to 3rd. Fangio crosses the finish line first, claiming a magnificent victory in the opening race of the season. Ferrari, unable to match the prowess of the Argentine world champion in the rainy conditions, secures 2nd and 3rd places, finishing over a minute behind Fangio. Trintignant secures a commendable 4th place, showcasing an impressive performance and earning valuable points early in the championship. Meanwhile, Biol emerges as another hero of the race, displaying remarkable skills in the pouring rain and clinching his first points in Formula One with a 5th place finish. Following the race, Ferrari lodged a protest against Fangio's victory with the FIA. However, the protest was ultimately dismissed, affirming Fangio's triumph and positioning him as the leader of the championship as the teams geared up for the next stage of the season.